Get ready for the slide. Get a little bit, hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, not faster. Away bird, cricket up, not drink up, Scuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VQ whore. Just really fucking gay. Just another loser piece of crap. Another face you want slap. Not the lowly you want to stop. No cute and funny blah. Get ready for the slop. Flop, flop, drop, drop a little bitty K, hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, not faster. Only bird, crank it up, now drink up, Scuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VTUBER whore. Just really fucking gay, just another loser piece of crap. Another face who wants slop. Not the lonely one to top. No cute and funny blah.
Hey, Squirties!
Get ready for the slide. Get a little bit, hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, not faster. Away bird, cricket up, not drink up, Scuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VQ whore. Just really fucking gay. Just another loser piece of crap. Another face you want slop. Not the lowly you want to stop. No cute and funny blah. Get ready for the slop. Flop, flop, drop a little bitty K, hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, not faster. Only bird, crank it up, now drink up, Scuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VTUBER whore. Just really fucking gay, just another loser piece of crap. Another face who wants slop. Not the lonely one to top. No cute and funny blah.
Hey, Squirties!
Get ready for the slide. Get a little bit, hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, not faster. Away bird, cricket up, not drink up, Scuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VQ whore. Just really fucking gay. Just another loser piece of crap. Another face you want slop. Not the lowly you want to stop. No cute and funny blah. Get ready for the slop. Flop, flop, drop a little bitty K, drink up, Stuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VTuber whore. Just really fucking gay, just another loser piece of crap. Another face who wants slap. Not the lonely one to top. No cute and funny blah.
Hey, Squirties. Let it line, let
Get ready for the song. Get a little bit, hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, not faster. Away bird, crank it up, not drink up. Scuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VQ whore. Just really fucking gay, just another loser piece of crap. Another face you want slap. Not the lonely you want to stop. No cute and funny blah. Get ready for the song. Flop, drop. Drop a little bitty gay. Hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, not faster. Only bird, crank it up. Now drink up. Stuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VTuber whore. Just really fucking gay, just another loser piece of crap. Another face who wants slap. Not the lonely one to top. No cute and funny blah.
Hey, Squirties. Let it line,
Get ready for the song. Get a little bit, hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, not faster. Away bird, crank it up. Now drink up. Scuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VQ whore. Just really fucking gay, just another loser piece of crap. Another face you want slap. Not the lonely you want to stop. No cute and funny blah. Get ready for the song. Flop, drop. Drop a little bitty gay. Hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, not faster. Only bird, crank it up. Now drink up. Stuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VTuber whore. Just really fucking gay, just another loser piece of crap. Another face who wants slap. Not the lonely one to top. No cute and funny blah.
Hey, Squirties. Let it line,
Get ready for the song. Get a little bit, hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, not faster. Away bird, crank it up. Now drink up. Scuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VQ whore. Just really fucking gay, just another loser piece of crap. Another face you want slap. Not the lonely you want to stop. No cute and funny blah blah blah. Get ready for the slop. Flop, flop, drop, 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 drop a little bitty K, hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, now faster, only bird, crank it up, now drink up, Stuff is what we all living for, I got more crap to display, not another VTUBER whore, just really fucking gay, just another loser piece of crap, another face who wants slop, not the lonely one to top, no cute and funny,
Hey, Sparties, Lenavina, Lenavina.
Get ready for the slop. Get a little bitty hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, now faster, away bird. Crank it up, now drink up, Stuff is what we all living for. I got more crap to display, not another VTUBER whore, just really fucking gay. Just another loser piece of crap, another face you want slop, not the lonely you want to stop, no cute and funny blah, Get ready for the slop. Flop, flop, drop, 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 drop a little bitty K, hey. Ugly bastard, lonely third, now faster, only bird, crank it up, now drink up, Stuff is what we all living for, I got more crap to display, not another VTUBER whore, just really fucking gay, just another loser piece of crap, another face who wants slop, not the lonely one to top, no cute and funny,
BBB, Dr. Lovey, it got done faster than I thought it would. Whoa, my 8 minutes, whoa, okay, we're here, we're like it. It's BBB, Dr. Lovey, I'm here to kick your illness majority. So, let me put on some music real quick. Some slop to fill, because we're all ADHD, we have low attention, so we need to have noises, freaking noises and everything. There we go. Yeah, that's how it's like, some good slop. Some auditorial noise. So yeah, so man, if you know my lore, I gave birth, or partially gave birth to a new flavor person called Balutina. Balutina Yokstein. You can see the reference sheet right here. Whoa. You see the name. Whoa. Yokstein. But I think when I was in the middle of like cleaning out my computer to like save space and stuff, I think I accidentally deleted all the files to Balutina, and this is the only thing I've left to her. Left. You son of a bitch. So, we're going to rebirth her, redraw her. We might need some changes, so we got a whole bunch of Whoa, remember these? Remember that stream where we generated Yokstein and there's a lot of disgusting body horrors? And we somehow got to like generate things that it should not be able to generate, and it was disgusting looking. Yeah. Okay, so a Balutina is a balut egg, which is a funny fermented egg from Southeast Asia. It still has a little baby chicken in it, I think. So yeah, so something gross and unborn. So let's do some sketches. We want to do a rough sketch. Maybe I probably should have done some warm-ups beforehand, but it is what it is. Okay. So we got her frickin' little head, her disgusting face. Right here, yeah. She's a little bit on the, I was gonna say cute and funny side, but the funny side at least. I don't know about cute. And if I remember what we talked about, I was thinking like, oh, there's like her perfect form and her unbirthed form. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Obviously a little bit of an angel, Yoki angel theme. When we were generating this using Night Cafe, it kept wanting to mix between yolk and whatever the hell this shit is. So definitely gooey, gross. Now we don't want to be too gross. Like this one, okay, this one's kind of cute. Like it's kind of has testicles with mouths. I need to figure out how to. The chat box. Uh-oh, this is supposed to be separated. Oh well, Twitch won't know. What? Twitch? Ooh, Twitch what? Not like anyone will be talking much. It's kind of a weird hour tonight. So when it comes to art, there's different ways you can approach art. When it comes to like drawing and painting and stuff, you know. There's different ways you can tackle it. One is like, oh, you can try and do it more realistic. And then there's different processes on how do you do it. Well, how do you go about that and how someone uses it, you know, it's like, oh, their style, you know. One way when you're doing kind of like the basic sketch, and sometimes this just is the whole thing, is to get what's called the form. The flow and form. It's kind of a weird thing to say. Oh, what was the rhythm? Flow and form is what we were taught. My fancy school that did jack shit is brain fart. Is the body and objects have a flow to them. Let's say, okay, so you have a person standing, and how humans rarely actually stand like straight up and down, what they usually do is that they kind of lean on one leg a little bit more. And so, you know, you'll have like your arms, your body, and your torso. Your shoulder will kind of be pointing one way, and then your hips will be kind of angled at another. This is called, fuck, what's it called? Contouring? I forgot what it's called. Counterposing. And basically, people tend to kind of lean on one leg over the other when they're standing, instead of like straight like that, it's like boop, boop, boop. And then usually this side they'll have like, their hands on their hip or something. Yeah. It makes it look a lot more casual and natural. You can try and stand up evenly, but that's a little bit unnatural pose. And if you want more natural, you're kind of, kind of do this. So you naturally, even when you're standing up straight, you kind of have this curve, like whoop. You naturally have this curve. And this is what you call the flow form. It's been a long time and I have really bad memory on all the details. And I probably should have thought this out more, and I'm also stupid and I'm also tired. But one way when you're doing your sketches, or maybe just like that is how you're drawing, is you try and get the flow of the person. So a lot of your strokes are, you want to imagine, okay, kind of curving this way, and then this leg is kind of like out a little bit. And that because you're leaning on one side, this leg will be kind of bent, and then this leg will be more straight up. Shit. I forgot to turn off my phone! No! Wait, second. Okay. There we go. There we go. Ooh. And so one way when you're sketching, what you can do, and this is kind of like how my life drawing professor taught me to want us to do, is instead of just like drawing like, oh, here's that line, that's art line, that's art, is instead of like just like, okay, you draw arm, and it's like, oh, you draw the line, then hand, and then boop, 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 boop. Like that shit. Instead, he was like, no, follow the curves of the body, because your body naturally has like curves, and it's kind of hard to do without like a reference. But let me grab a freaking picture. Lady arm. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, that's a little bit of a boob. Oh well, whoops. Okay, you couldn't see anything. This is all artistic, by the way. This is all artistic. YouTube, don't be a little weirdo bitch. So one way you could draw is like, oh, you just like boop, boop, boop. That's a good way of doing it. But if you can kind of, if you kind of see, it's not like one continuous shapes. It's kind of like the way that it bulges in 3D. You're like, ooh. You see how there's a shadow here, so maybe you want to focus on the shadow, and you Boop. And you could go, oh, I want to continue this part of the arm, but the way that the shoulder curves and kind of like how you can kind of imagine, and this takes a little bit of practice to see what it's kind of visualize, because part of art is seeing. Let me scoot up. Okay. So see how the shoulder is kind of rounded. You can go like ooh, boop boop, and follow the line, or there's kind of an implied in your brain, because your brains are stupid. There's a curve, and the curve can still go over this way, for example, and you get into the elbow, and then you can go back, and then you go do. I'm a very bad teacher, but you can loop it back around, and then when you're coming back up, oh, they decide, oh, here, because there's like a very subtle curve in this part of the arm. You know, you go whoop. And this is very messy, shitty, and I'm not doing it very well. But you want to try and get... It's not just like the basic like shape, it's kind of like the 3D-ness of it in the form and the suggested form. And it's a lot of bullshit artist stuff. And the way you do this is you kind of get in a flow where you just start seeing shape. You start imagining the shapes that aren't quite in there, but they're just whatever you're drawing is I'm sorry, I'm really tired and brain dead. More of it, slightly more than usual. Like there's enough implied in the shape of the human body, because we're lumpy, we're a weird shape. We're not just like smooth cylinders. We got a weird lumpiness, and you can kind of, if you get in your brain in the right moment, you can kind of like see implied like shapes within those shapes, and you kind of end up making something you can like draw, and you just continue drawing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Because, yeah. Anyway, that was a stupid tangent. I don't know if I made sense, but you know, how it be. Okay. Why did I start streaming? I don't know. I thought maybe this would be a good time to stream. Anyway, Yokstein. So, angel, yoke. The angel, birth, you know, life and birth, you know. But it's a balut, so you're rotted and you're dead. So it's like an undead angel. You were not born. You died before you could truly be born. Your potential wasted with life. So maybe you can try and compensate by turning that death in the process of rotting into something valuable of and of itself, I guess. If I wanted to get very artsy-fartsy about it. So I'm kind of looking at like, I'm mainly looking at like, yeah, Cruelty Squad game. Whoa, hello, K4, yeah, something like that. I'm making bullshit, I guess. I'm drawing a weird egg, cute and funny. The theme is balut, egg, and angel. And how can we make it really disgusting? And it gets really gross too. And these aren't the worst ones. We did this stream a while ago where we AI generated a bunch. And some of them are just like this this is even the grossest one, and this one's pretty freaking gross. But the other ones are like, I literally cannot stream this because someone can look at it like, no, that's too gross and weird. And so, yeah. But I drew and I had art assets all ready to maybe rig one day, but then I lost it because I was stupid. So we just gotta do it again. Because that's life. You fuck up, something is lost, and you just have to get back and do it again, even if you hate it. And I kind of like, because you can't see on this one, I kind of, it's a little funky, and I'll have to like fix it up. I kind of like how the halo kind of like, it's like a weird hair thing that kind of like goops around into like a halo. There's one that's a straight up halo and then like other goop, but I'm wondering if I could like, because you see it like, it's like, that's like a constant theme. I forgot what prompt I used for that. But kind of like a gooey goopness that turns into a halo, maybe. There's also the egg, holding an egg. This one's pregnant with the egg. I don't know why that is. So we're trying a bunch of different things. Right now I'm kind of, this is a mess. I understand if you guys can't understand what this is going on. I can barely understand what I'm looking at with this sketch. But I'm thinking like, like the egg is really big and she's kind of cradling it. I don't know, actually. Now it's starting to look like she's like straddling it a little bit. I don't know, that's part of the process. That's part of the process. You gotta try things weird. There's no stupid ideas until you finish them. They're only stupid later. Every idea is good until you think it over. That's what you want to do. That's how you want to create shit. Is because a lot of people are worried, especially if it's like in a group environment, but you know, a lot of people just, even by themselves, are worried about, oh, what if it's a stupid bad idea? But when you're like in a creative setting, a lot of times, especially when you're brainstorming and trying out things, you just have to let it flow. Because right now is not the time to worry about whether it's a good idea or a stupid idea. Right now is like, try it. Because sometimes your stupid ideas becomes, you know, the idea. Like you try out, like there's been a lot of times where I have this kind of preconceived notion of what I want to draw or whatever, and it just doesn't quite work, or I don't know what I'm drawing exactly, so I just start, you know, shooting the shit and kind of making up stuff as it goes. Angel wings right here. Yeah. We can do some angel wings. Boop. Yeah. Add a couple. We're going a little bit. We're going slightly into biblically accurate angels a little bit, I think, because we're kind of going for like cursedness. What the shit was I talking about? Oh yeah. I don't know what to do, and then I just mess around, and all of a sudden it clicks. Something just clicks, and it's like, oh fuck, this is it. This is the thing. Yes, this is going to work. So never automatically dismiss something as a bad or stupid idea. Try it out first, even if it's like obvious that it's bad. Still try it out, because you don't know. Maybe you can either directly or indirectly, because you have a change of thought process, like oh, what's a good coffee brand design? Unicorn. Oh, that's not. But cornucopia. Whoa, what if it's like our logo's like a cornucopia, but of like coffee beans? I don't know if that actually works for like a coffee logo for a company. But that's kind of the thing where it's like, oh, one thought can lead to another. So even if it's like a stupid idea, that stupid idea can make you think about other stuff that does work and is less stupid. Okay. Okay. So we got a basic sketch. I'm going to try a bunch of these, but I'm going to see how this kind of looks. And so I'll increase the transparency of our initial sketch. And this is like, there's a bajillion ways you can do this. This is kind of how I tend to do it. And I either do like go straight into it to like more quote unquote refined, and this is still a sketch too. Well, a little bit more refined sketch. Or another thing you can do is it's called shaping it or blocking it out with color. So you can like, okay, you could do this, but if you're like, oh, I want to do it based on the color instead, you would take your funny color, and then you'd be like, okay, this is where the leg would go, boop. This is where the other leg would go, boop. Boop, and you know, face. So you can't have that, and then you'd be like, well then I want my freaking dress. So you block out kind of the rough, like where the dress would be, you know. And then, okay, time for the hair. Boop, boop. And it's very, and you know, it depends on the person, but and how they go, but because some people are like instantly they start doing the blocking like it's like, okay, it's almost finished, but other people's like, okay, you have a rough idea, and then you get the halo. Let's get that halo in there. And then from there you can start either like, it's called, you know, you can take your eraser and start erasing some of it. And this is like, kind of like a little bit more sculpture. I forgot what it's called, like negative. Because when it comes to like, you know, creating something, you're either adding or taking something away. So what we started out is, we added a kind of a blocky kind of like generalization of what we want. And then you kind of erase the details to be something what you want. Let's say, ooh, the hair flows this way, and then you can like, okay, we want, okay, the hair will be here, and then head will be more like this, and then you can like either do that, or then you go into outlining. So then it's like, boop. And then you can like, boop, 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 and then, and I sometimes, it depends on what I do, because I'm not always super consistent, and I'm kind of ADHD tired, so it's like I kind of get like distracted or bored with the current process a little bit, so then I switch it up. I do kind of have like a method I generally go with, but it's a little bit flexible, and then, you know, so yeah, and then the dress. And And then we have the other leg, and kind of the way that we did it, the egg is kind of like being straddled a little bit. Which, I don't know, maybe that's cute. And then... Oh, I'm in pain, let me die! Let me die! Oh, make her freaking wrinkly. Unbirth me now! Oh, yeah, so, that's a way of doing that. We went from... Oh, I did all on one layer, whoops. So that, that's kind of like roughly what one way you can do it. The other ways, which I generally is, I'll do my initial sketch and then I'll do like a second series of sketch. And sometimes it's like, oh, I do it so well, or it kind of turns into my final line art anyway. But generally I'll have like 3. Hello, JPez. How's it going? And right now is kind of... The initial sketch is just kind of like getting a very, like, rough idea. This one is generally when I start trying to refine it a little bit more, to see if things kind of look right. I'm not sure if the leg quite looks right, though. Because it's a little bit of a weird pose. Because an angel has little angel robes. And so maybe we don't need to show as much of like the arch of the curve of her back, because the way she's kind of like straddling but also kind of like curved like this way, I think the arm needs to be higher because if it's higher, well, then it covers the mouth a little. I don't know, might be covering the head a little bit too much. But generally when you're holding something kind of up high and close to your chest, like really tight, is you lift your shoulders up. When you lift your shoulders up, it starts getting up to where it's on the same level as your chin and stuff. And so when you're viewing it from from the side or kind of like an angle, it'll start obscuring the part of the face a little bit. So right now I'm just kind of like, does that actually fit? Does that look right? And what I'll probably do, I'll take like a little break, because so big part of art is being able to look and see. You have to perceive correctly, but when you're looking, but your brain is retarded because it'll make up lies and your mind to make things look better than it actually is. Your brain will start kind of like automatic like filling in the spaces, or like, oh yeah, that totally looks right. And it's also a case of like, oh, I've been looking at it, so everything kind of looks... I still kind of understand why it looks that way in my brain, but that might just be like in the moment kind of thing of how you perceive things. So if you take a break and reset, then you'll see how everyone else sees it, and then see how fucked up looking it is. So yeah. Oh. Okay, so looking at kind of like how they do their robes. Well, you don't even like really see their legs that well. Your brain thinks there's demons everywhere? Yeah, so sometimes your brain does that sometimes. Ooh, this is a really good one too. I know I'm not going with this one per se, but I kind of just wanted to just like, maybe I can like take some of like the texture stuff, but kind of a weird hoodie poncho dress, has a little backpack too, but your hoodie turns into whatever the hell this thing is. It's gross. I'm like, yeah. These ones I cause oh they're just cute. Like, oh yeah, that's kind of cute. The legs are kind of fucked up. The legs are like way, so the torso is about, you know, right size. The arms look like a little bit short, but roughly, but the legs are way too short compared to everything else, so makes it looks like I have gorilla arms or something. Little gremlin. This one's a little bit better. Still a little long, but I do kind of like this jacket. I don't know, if I was super Autismo, I would have different stages. This, like this is my casual human form, or Balutina's casual human form, or something. Maybe this is like an alt skin, but this is like her... Like, this is like her true angelic self, but then these are the weird fucked up stages they have to go through, or maybe this is like what they actually look like compared to what they want to look like, you know? I don't know. Whoa, Shrek beard. The music is on. Can you not hear the music? This is the... Yeah. That was it. Was a little too quiet? Okay. Oh gosh. I don't know why. I'll feel pretty awake. The second I see, like, oh, I could go to sleep right now. And I don't know why that is. I don't think that's a... I don't know if you... Yeah, you didn't even know, sorry. Yeah, it's kind of right. It's kind of right. It's kind of just sitting right there. But yeah, here's yeah. You gotta be observant. So there's kind of a weirdness between how people analyze stuff when they see it. Generally, the West will look for the super obvious stuff first, and then move on from there, or try to find the like points of interest. So all this looks like a clusterfuck, and you know it is a clusterfuck. My UI right now, I overlay. But in Asian countries, like Japan, what they generally do is that they'll look at everything. They'll look over everything before coming to a conclusion, or what they're trying to focus on something. So they'll generally get a holistic picture. So that means they'll see like something like this, they'll look through everything through it first, and then come up with like what they want to focus on in their brain. So like us, it would be like, oh, obviously it's probably the center of the, like there's a lot of weird stuff moving. Maybe it's the Meat Monday focus on, it's whatever first comes to mind. Probably the screen just because it's white and red and it's very contrast with everything else. Just because it's like so desaturated and lacking of color compared to everything else. But so for Asia would be like, yeah, I have to look at everything and then what they focus on or what they notice will end up being different just because they absorbed everything. And I partially say this because this also comes to their website design and layout design for a lot of stuff. To us, a lot of it is absolute dog shit. From like a graphic design standpoint, it's dog shit because it's like, where the fuck is anything? There's like no good hierarchy, everything's weird. But to the Asian, they're like, oh, no, you just have to look at everything first. Because us Westerners, for, you know, whatever cultural, whatever environment reason, we'll pick up the obvious things and then we'll go to so distract out of these things. And so a lot of Western websites, especially now, we're trying to get more simplified, is we'll have less things going on and try to make them as obvious and as able to flow through all of them as possible. So it makes it easier to like see things at an instant, and then, you know, moving on. But a lot of Asians, they don't care, so they'll be really poorly designed, and to them, like, oh yeah, no, it totally makes sense. Yeah, no, we know where everything is. And then to us poor mortals, we're like, what the fuck is this? Why is this here? Why is this so horrible? Why is it such a clusterfuck? And yeah. So anyway, that's a weird tangent. So if you ever like go to like an Asian website, like for a video game or something, or some kind of layout, and it's just like dog, it's like, where the fuck is everything? Why does this all look out of date and weird? That's why. Because they're more observant, I guess. I don't know. And I don't know, so that, okay, so I'm getting distracted again, but, stretch. One thing I noticed with like a lot of like Asian games, and not just Jap, like, I'll see it all the time, it's like, when you have like a bunch of items, when the game first releases, or the initial like design of the game, it's like, oh, you have a bunch of items. Like say an RPG, like take Dark Souls. You're like, oh, you have a bunch of items. Oh, and you have to like give items to like an NPC or something, like a Frampt, you know, the big snake guy. And you give him like garbage and he'll eat it. Well, in the original Dark Souls game, Asian Meat Monday, yeah. Shit, it's not even Monday today. Why did I put that one up? Anyway. Brain fart. This shit stream. But, so you have to give a bunch of garbage to Frampt. And he'll give you, like, items and souls and stuff. So you think if it's like, oh, I have a lot of items I can give, you think, oh, you can, like, give a bunch of duplicate items to him or something. Or if you're at a shopkeep, like, oh, I want to buy, like 20 of these items, or I want to sell 20 of these items. And most, you know, modern RPGs, it's like, oh yeah, then you can like specify, oh, how many do you want to sell or buy? But still, to this fucking day, like in Dark Souls, it's like, no, you have to do it one at a time. Sell this item once, okay, click, click, sell this item again, click, click. And it's like, okay, that's annoying, but then sometimes it's like, oh, then when you buy or sell one item, and then kicks you out of the shop, so you have to talk to the NPC again and just do it over and over and over again. And so imagine you're trying to sell like hundreds of items at a time, and it's like, oh! And, you know, you used to see these in like Western Did they fix that in the... Did they? Yeah, that's annoying. Did they fix that in the remaster? Yeah, that's like one of the one good thing that they did in the remaster for Dark Souls 1 is you can now like sell like you can sell in bulk now. Give 320 Ghibli gloops to Shoshana the Revoker. Yeah. And like, okay, 20 years ago we would see that, and that was annoying. 30 years ago that we was seeing that, and that was annoying. But like, most of us in the West, as we're just that much more advanced, or so, I don't know. We've learned, hey, that's annoying. Let's make it so we can like sell in bulk and sell different, different amounts. But still, to this fucking day, when you have options where it's like, oh, you need to open a box or sell stuff, and like Asian games, they'll still not do that, or in the initial release, and then people will have to constantly like, hey, can you fix this, can you fix this, can you fix this, until they update it. So instead of like one by, it's like, for example, and Girls from Online 2, ooh, XCOM Gotcha, you could, and this is weird because it's only happened in a couple of games. The initial release until very recently, there's some items where it's like, oh, you want to open this box to get an item? Okay. And then you click OK, and then it opens up. But if you had multiple, instead of like allowing you like, oh, can you open all of these at once? It's like, no, you have to like do the thing where it's like, oh, click, open this box, okay, click, okay, click the box again. Oh, you want to open this up? Yep, click, okay. Kicks you out. Oh, you want to open, yeah. And it was really fucking annoying. And because there was only some of the items, because some items, which were like the quote-unquote box items, which was like, oh, it's a box, you open it up, you get like a bunch of them at a time, and it's like, you didn't think that people would want, it'd be nice to like just open all the boxes at once if you have a bunch of them. They finally fixed it eventually, but it was really just obnoxious. And it's not even like, oh, it takes that long in time, but it's like just so obnoxious and meticulous, and it's like, just let me freak. So yeah. Anyway, what were you talking about? Oh god, I'm so. Why am I sleepy? It's the middle of the day. Oh, I know why I'm freaking sleepy. Because I keep screwing up my sleep schedule and staying up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. That's cool. And then every time I'm like, I'm going to fix my sleep schedule, and like one day I do, and then I'll have another reason like, oh no, I needed to stay up. Oh, I need to stay up so I can finish this commission. Oh, I found this new YouTuber in Japan, but they only stream at like 3 in the morning. Oh, better stay up so I can watch her. Whoa. And then I wonder, why am I so eepy during the day? And then with the whole stream, I don't know, I'm ranting, I'm raving, because my brain isn't working. I had this idea, like, oh, I think this would be a good time to stream. I have, perfect time to stream, blah, blah, blah. But then my brain dies. And I'm trying really hard not to just fall asleep right now. Okay. Okay, slap myself a few times. Okay. Let's get back to work. Okay, so we got this Halo. Because she's an angel. She's an angel. But because she's rotten, she can also be your devil. So she can be your angel or your devil. Funny reference. Did you know that was Egoraptor that first did that? That was his meme. I did not, for the longest time, I didn't know that was him specifically. And then I looked at the picture again, I'm like, oh yeah, that is freaking him. Okay. So looking at, our art reference in the corner on the very right, you can see how it's like the Halo cow is a weird goopiness. It's kind of shiny. So what I'm thinking is, I'll have this. It'll start as a hoge. You know, whoa, a hoge, but then it kind of goops. Yeah, kind of goops, and it's kind of a weird, and it'll wrap around her head. And it'll be weird and drippy, and then it kind of turns into this halo. So let me clean this up a little bit. Monday, da 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 da. Tuesday, da 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 da. Monday, Tuesday, ba ba da da. Monday and ba da ba. Wednesday. I'll have, okay, so I'll have to kind of mess with this a little bit. I'll clean it up. Kind of the idea is it starts as like a little yolk goop or something and a crown, and then it turns into like a weird fucked up halo. And this can be all goopy. Let's add some goop. Let's add some goop. Did the music stop? The music. I hate how YouTube just like after like 40 minutes. Are you still watching? Ooh. Are you still watching this thing I play? Ooh. Like yes, I do. Uh-oh, Broly May's got stuff going on, but we can't be distracted. Okay. We gotta add some goop. We gotta add some goopiness. Gotta add some drip. Monday then. We'll have some gloops here. Over there. Monday. Okay. I'm not sure how I'm not sure how I like it wrapping around the front, because it kind of takes away from the bangs a little bit. But it kind of makes a tiara, so let me try this first. Maybe a little strand kind of comes over the... Okay. Let's see how this looks so far. So, generally, kind of a general rule when it comes to like drawing and like character design, you should be able to know what the fuck is going on without adding color. But because I'm a half rate, because I'm a hack, I'm a freaking hack. For me, it just looks better if I have color in it. I don't know. I'm a bad artist, voodoo. So I'm going to color this in and see how it looks like. Me. Yeah, because it's going to be a mostly white, or like white's going to be a very dominant color. Probably just make the background dark, just so that the white part of her hair, because we're going to have her like light hair. Just make it stand out. I'll have it kind of off white, so it's a little bit more.
Excuses, I don't really wanna lose this. Been lying to myself, yo, you know that I've been through this. Waves of crashing, scars and bruises. I don't think that I can do this. I don't think that I can do this. Then the waves come crashing down, and my feet won't reach the ground. Then the waves come crashing down. Then these waves come crashing down, and my feet won't reach the ground. Then these waves come crashing down. Then these waves come crashing down. I love finding design, finding lows. With me and you know I gave it all my life and soul. We drifted off and still it's left me with these giant holes. Nothing to fill the gap and all I feel is highs and lows. I pour a drink and sit and wonder why we rival low. See, I was man enough to leave you with the final blows. There's many fish out in the sea, I guess, but I suppose I think it's time I let it go. Come crashing down, get my feet won't reach the ground. Get the waves come crashing down.
Okay. Trying to think how I'll fix that. But it's a little messy, but we're just trying to get the rough feel of it. I think the color's kind of alright. Let me graze it. Okay, with grayscale. Oh, it actually, I did not mean it to. So I'm like switching between grayscale. So because it's white, the white doesn't change. The gold is a lot darker than I thought it was, so that actually might be a good thing. Monday. Okay. I think the color is good. I'm just not... Okay, so looking at the reference, it kind of goops off. So a lot of the goopiness is kind of on the side of the head, but kind of leaves the rest of the head. So we can try and do that. We can try and raise kind of the goop ring so it's higher up, so it doesn't cover the bangs as much. Or we can fix it. Well, I don't know. Because because let me see what a little bit of let me see how this get. Look. The goopering, yeah. Oh man, you know, that's kind of where the hand would be. Okay, maybe that's a little... I don't know. Does it need to be a little bit paler? I might want it a little bit paler. Do we kind of want a little bit darker? I don't know. What if we went really? What if we went pretty dark? What if we made our balut kind of a little bit brown? Do we prefer kind of whitish, or do we prefer brown? I don't think. Oh, maybe a little bit more yellowish. that makes it a little bit jaundiced. See? Uh oh! Oh no! It's a bot! It's a bot! Oh shit! Shit! Oh no! I'm getting botted! Delete. Delete. There we go. Oh no, I can hear myself. No! Gross! Okay. Sherbernoli. How do I fuck?
Follow the light if you're not sure, listen to your gut. The right path will come when the time is right.
No. Do I invite? Oh, you have to. Oh, if you want to use stream together. How the fuck do I make it? You know, I'll figure out later. I'm going to have to make you a mod or something. I need sound, maybe. I don't know. I could be an anarchy server and just risk getting banned. Okay, so kind of with the. Whoops. I'm kind of okay with it. Okay, I will. So, let me put this in a folder. Do it for later. No, let me duplicate. Have. So we still have original, but I'll have like a second one, and then I'll redo the hair goop. Redoing the hair goop. Okay. I'm going to try and have it follow a little bit better. Okay. So if we're looking at the little tiny itty bitty baby reference, let me zoom in so you guys can see it too. It kind of does a weird loop-de-loop. So we're gonna do a little bit of a loop-de-loop too, so. Then it kind of loops.
There's something in my eyes, I cannot see your lights. You think that I'm surprised? Go back into your trap, send me your eyes. Don't you think it's time for something else? I guess for something more, you gave me so much less. I wonder why I stay.
And then maybe. Okay. And then
take my head apart. It's born on chaos, we don't pinch us up. Why the seven, money's about to start. I call you red-handed, I see you in the dark. Beside the bonfire, one by the flame. Feed me instructions while you're tossing in.
Oop. Some goop. A little bit of drippy drip.
If I could, I would get myself out this madness. If I could, I would get myself out this madness. If I could, I would get myself out this madness. If I could, I would get myself out this madness.
Here.
Hey desire, burning like a fire. What you gonna do when it crumbles down? Won't you get higher, down to the wire? Will you let it burn till we almost drown? Higher, goodbye, honey, where do we lie? Where you're headed, am I going there too? I don't wanna ask why, wanna give this a try. Will you
Maybe have a little bit of floaty
I
goop.
won't let you go alone, 'cause it's a bit pill to swallow. But you won't do it on your own. And if you wanna go, I'll follow. I won't let you go alone. I don't care what happens now, where we go, I'll find out. If you wanna
Yeah.
go, I'll follow.
Yeah. Ooh, I kind of like how it kind of has a little bit of that stringiness. Whoops. There's a slight stringiness to this. I think I kind of want that. Maybe. So if you add kind of a couple of circles, it kind of makes it look like it's like little poopy strings, and it's kind of like bleh. It kind of helps it make it look more viscous and kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting icky gross now. Hell yeah. Okay. Ooh, okay. What if there's a little string of goop? Like a little itty bitty one. I might need to make it thinner. That kind of connects those two a little bit too. Smaller. We need to make it really small. We need to make it extra stringy. Just very... Make it very light. Very light. Yes. Am I a goopy fella? Sometimes. Sometimes. I don't know why. I just kind of like one day. I don't know. I just kind of learned how to do goop really well. I don't know why. I had no reason to. I did it for like a class or something. Where it's like, okay, I need to do something that kind of needs some goop. I think originally it was like paint, but I kind of accidentally made it goopy. I got an A in goopology, so I kind of became kind of good at how to do goopy stuff. And once you kind of... Once you kind of figure it out, it all kind of makes sense. It takes a little bit, but once you kind of figure out how goopiness works... Ooh, that's really thin compared to everything else. It's kind of hard to see, but I actually might have need to make that a little bit thicker so it's easier to see. But when it comes to goopiness, there's like 3 things you need to know about. I don't know. There's several things. So when it comes to shape, having it irregular like this helps with goop. If you need like something drippy, And kind of depends on what you need and kind of the angle. But here's are the different goop drips. You have general kind of like big goopy. You have your bulbous drip. You have your little strand drip. And then you have your stringy. You have your holes. And if you can kind of learn how to, and then you can like mix and match these together, so I'll have the big goop, and it kind of goes into a little droop, and then you have like a look, and then you have a second one, but instead of like a big drip, it's just kind of like a little piddle. And then let's say, oh, you have a little hole right here. And then if you want to make it extra goopy, you add a little, I call it goop string. And it takes a little practice to kind of get it right, but generally if you're like, if it's like downward, you kind of want the curve to be down. So not only is it goopy, it's like kind of that stringy goopiness. And it also helps if you go from like, and this kind of depends, the more stretched out it is, the more saggy it's going to be, and the more like thicker on the ends, but thinner in the middle. So let's say, okay, so goop, it'll be thicker, and then it'll thin out, and then thicker, and then really thin out, and then near the end it will get thicker again. And that's because the two sides are stretching out, and the middle, because it's running out of goop and it's being stretched, the middle gets stretched out and eventually it snaps. You know. So those are kind of the basics for goops. There's some other stuff. Thicker, goopier, and saggy. We talking about the drawing, right? Yeah, we're talking about drawing goop. And this is how kind of like when if you want to do the shape. So if you can kind of learn all of these, like these basic shapes, like this, so you have kind of a glump. The big glumpy ones, you generally this is kind of like your main body of glump. And usually the thicker it is, the shorter it is, and this also depends on the viscosity, because you can like the more you exaggerate it, the more viscous it's looking. But you want your bulk to kind of be, the thicker it is, the less, it's not as long, but the longer it is, the thinner it gets. And then, you know, you have your little itty bitty drips, but then you have the little bulbous drips. And the bulbous drips kind of makes it look like, oh, it's a big goop of it that's slowly stretching down, and it will eventually like snap off or something. You can also do like you can also do a variant of it where it's like very thin, but then bulbous at the end. And this is more for like water, but this makes it look like very like watery or viscousy if it's like very thin but it has a big bulb. A bulb is very wet when it has a big bulge at the end. Yeah. The stringy hole goop reminds me of the pizza from Goofy movie. Bulbasaur, yeah. Yeah. If it's like, If it's stringy, that means it's a little bit more on the viscous side, but it's also sticky and melty. And so it's like, if it's kind of bigger, so the more intact it is and the a little bit bulgier, the less viscous it is. But the more string is, the more viscous, the more like wet and kind of like stringy it is. And when you have the strings like that, also it's like, oh, it's melty too. And just like, oh, it's sticky too. So yeah, how long have I been? How many years have I been drawing? I guess technically for most of my life, I used to draw like crazy as a kid, but then in college I was like, I'm not going to need drawing, so I'm just not going to draw anymore. Like, I still like doodled every once in a while, I kind of do stuff, but I thought I wouldn't need it, I guess, and I kind of like put it off for my degree. And then kind of near the end of college, it's like, and that was 10 years, there's 10 years gap of I did not draw at all. And then I'm like, I'm gonna draw for fun for a class because I need extra credit or whatever. And they're like, why did you quit drawing? You're obviously better at this than your other degree. And I'm like, thanks, school. I'm glad I made poor choices in life. So I started slowly kind of drawing again. And then like 3 years ago, I started trying to take it seriously again. And I got really rusty. And so... But I think I'm doing better. I'm doing a little bit better, I guess. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it feels like, oh, I've improved so much, and other times it's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So yeah. But viscous stuff, I don't know why I was so good at this. I just understand goops. Hello, grub handler, my brother. Yeah. So that's my speciality. If you need someone to goop up stuff, that's me. And then this is just the shape, because it's both the shape and the color. And there's a... I guess I can do that right now. Since we're on the topic of goop, so you have your base color. So since we're kind of like eggy, let's have a base color kind of yellow. This will be our... So it'd be like egg or cheese or something. Yeah, cheese. Let's say cheese, it's less gross. So with wetter and goopier material, and it's not always the case, but if it's like wetter or something or goopier, it's going to be more reflective. And when it's more reflective, you're going to have stronger highlights. My best friend was an artist too. You get bullied because he used to draw in class. He made the mistake of getting an art teacher degree, and now he's making a living with tattoos. Yeah. Well, if it's a good living with tattoos, I'm not gonna like shit on tattoo artists, because there are people that like love doing it and they can get, you know, they can make a decent living off of tattoo. But that is a very different culture. But that is a field, and I don't know what's like where you live. Maybe that's considered like a really sketchy, shady, compared, because here it's not as much considered as shady anymore. So okay, so we have our cheese goop, and it's like, okay, it's kind of goopy. If we kind of had like a little bit more subtle. Let's see. Let's reduce the opacity. If it's a little bit... if it's a more subtle highlight, it's going to look less like reflective. So you see how like subtle this is? And, like... The less shiny is it, the more matte, I think is what it's called. Or it's just not very shiny. So if you want to do goop, you want your base color, you want to have a little bit of a, at least, you know, third highlight color. And then you have your highlight color. And the more harsh the highlight, the shinier it looks. And you can go for like bright white highlight, and there's a way to do it. But I kind of like, I don't like using just straight black and white. I like to have some color, so I try and go for like a very a very bright yellow. Actually, no. Okay, well, actually... Okay. I'll just show this. So... And it takes practice and kind of knowledge where to put the goop, and there's like some stylization. The kind of bigger, rounder spots, you kind of want a bigger kind of like rounder highlights. And then if it's like kind of skinnier or running along the edge, you kind of want like something that looks like that. And then you can, depending on how realistic and how detailed, you can like, you need to know about like lighting and shading and stuff, but anything you can get in spots. And then what you can do after you do your highlight, you can have like, that can be like your sub highlight, and then you take white and then really thin spots and dots. And it'll help add like a little bit of glow. And this is a specific stylization of it. You can, again, it's all up with what you're trying to do, and it's up to the artist and how they do things. But you see how kind of like shiny it is? And if it's thicker, the thicker the highlight part's going to be. So maybe you just really want to make this super thick on the highlight. A little bit too much. So just like the thin, where you use, so like, oh, it's like thicker on the ends, but in the middle it's thinner. You can also do that with the highlights too. It's like thicker highlights, and then it gets thinner when it gets a little bit thinner. Yeah. And if you want something to look very stringy and thin, make it lighter, like really light compared to everything else. So let's say like, and the reason why thicker tends to be a little bit darker is just because there's more material. That's probably not the best one to do it by, but it's just already there. Because it's thinner, that means more light can get through it easier, and so, yeah. That's kind of rough. I'd have to blend it a little bit more, but that's kind of the general gist. And the more vibrant, and you can use like any color, but generally the more vibrant and contrasting it is, the goopier it looks. So like, let's go with kind of a greenish blue. The more kind of like gross it looks, and green's like a really gross color. It's like, that's like, ooh, I don't know. Okay, that's really oversaturated. That's too much saturation. But goop has like kind of connotations like, ooh, goo, and like vomit and stuff. So kind of green is kind of a nice one to do. You know, and then again, boop. And then, boop. It'll look a lot grosser. Anyway, what am I doing? Alright. Alright. This abomination. Okay. We got distracted. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Maybe let's do a little bit of orange. A little bit more orangey, so it's kind of like more slightly older yolk, and plus gold is actually. Okay, so it depends on the gold, and there's different types of gold, and it all depends on the lighting. But gold generally is kind of more of like a brownish orange, well, with a little bit of like yellow, and it, you know, it's also a lot of it is about like the highlights, the texture of it.
We're doing alright. When we are apart, we always do the same dance. Always on the fence.
It's more of a slightly oranger color, like a slightly orange yellow. Now, if you do it too much, then it can accidentally look like bronze. But some gold is kind of close to that, and a lot of what makes gold gold, especially if you want to do a more realistic and metallic looking, it's a lot of subtlety that's really easy to mess up. Like I did like a quick thing for Sawa once, where it's like, oh, make a gold trophy, but I made it a little too orange. So it looked like it was like a bronze, like third place bronze instead of first place. And I was like, oh, whoops. And we have our boop. We have our hair color. Oops. Music stop again. You son of a bitch. YouTube, stop that! Yeah. Okay. Let me remove the skin on that one. Whoops. Ignore the try to ignore the slime goop I put. Okay, which looks better to you? Oops. Boop, boop. Which obviously I can add a lot more of the goop to the first one too. But generally, which one do you like better? Do you like it when it's a little bit more up like this? Or do you like it when it's more droopy around the head, kind of like a tiara? I'm leaning towards this one, but I want to know it. Because I kind of like how I did the loop a little bit like that, but I think the shape is a little bit better on this one, but the second one looks nicer. More up. Let's okay. So more up looks okay. 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 I guess we'll kind of go with this design more, and I might need to redo the pose a little bit, but I do kind of like the hair. We can definitely add more goop to it. You concur with JP. Okay. Okay, I got an idea. So this is usually kind of like gold or yolky, yolk. But a lot of them had stuff like this where it's like kind of like fleshy intestine colored. So what if excuse me. What if I made it a little... What if I made it a little bit fleshy in parts of it? And I'd have to... I'll have to blend it and fix the colors up, but... Because yolk, it's like meat juice that hasn't like quote-unquote fermented or whatever yet. And if this is like one that's only partially born, maybe some of it's kind of turned fleshy in parts. Oops. Oh.
Mama said you're meant to burn as bright as a star among the midnight sky. All the pressure blinded me, but now I see I'm no different from the rest. You said I'll fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'll fly away.
What if I did this? Maybe some of the meat is like it's within the yolky parts a little bit.
I am okay with the choices I make. Maybe they don't understand. You said I'll fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'll fly away.
Like it's fleshy bits, kind of within the yolk. That's more mac and cheese. That's kind of that's kind of a like an older grocer. Yeah. It's like kind of bits of meat. Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's little bits of meat. Maybe. Oh. Okay, so what if, I don't know if it'd be like just overall stream hours or just over the stream, but you have it where the model slowly changes and it like goes from yolk and starts fleshing up as the stream goes on. I don't know how you would do that. But it just slowly gets more gooey and transforms and then solidifies into a person. Or maybe it starts out with like gross embryo and then it eventually changes into, you know, kind of cute and not totally gross. Maybe. Like it ferments. the VTuber is fermenting as the stream goes on. And I don't know what'd be funnier. Like if it was like just on like per stream it resets it, it would be more noticeable. But imagine if it like just over time, it's very, very slowly just it transforms based on like how many stream hours you have. And it's just a slow transformation, then see how long it takes before people notice that you're just gross. That'd be funny. That sounds like a silly idea. I think I need to go take a nap or something. Man, we sure got a lot of work done today. We got the hair color and the goopiness, maybe. Then I went on about how to make goop or slime or sludge or melty cheese. I don't know. This is something I kind of want to make into an actual model, but I don't know how much I would use it myself. I think the dream would be like making this and then have some girl who's totally like deranged, like Dempa coded, deranged femoid to like, hey, I want to use that model. I would, if someone did, and if they were pretty cool about it, I'd give them out. Maybe I'll make this a free model. I'm like, hey, anyone can use this weird model for something. I don't know. I think the dream would be like actually get a girl to like use it. But the thing is, a woman that would, if a woman's like totally down for it, yeah, I want this gross weird shit, there's a 50% chance that she's an absolute fucking psycho degenerate weirdo, and not in the good way. But anyway, then I'm going to call it here. Go take a nap or something. And